Hi, everyone. Welcome to a deep dive all about duck soup.
The Marx Brothers classic.
You got it. This film, it's
something else.
truly. And today we're going to cover all kinds of things. Production stories, the critical reception.
Oh, and the legacy.
The legacy, yeah, how it went from
Like a Philly movie to
almost a joke to like
a masterpiece.
a masterpiece, yeah. And we've got
a ton of material for this one.
Oh, yeah.
We've got biographies, critical essays, even some legal battles.
Really? Legal battles.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right.
All about duck soup and its place in history.
Okay, so picture this. 1933.
The Depression.
Great Depression. Everybody's hurting, even Hollywood.
Even Hollywood, yeah.
Paramount Pictures.
The studio behind duck soup.
I was really struggling.
Really struggling.
And this definitely affected their dealings with the Marx Brothers.
Oh, it was. It was a tense time.
I bet.
The brothers, they were fresh off the success of Horse Feathers.
Right.
And they do their worth.
Of course.
They even threatened to leave and form their own production company
Wow.
if Paramount didn't meet their demands.
That's a power move.
It is. They were serious about adapting of the I Sing from Broadway.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine that version?
That would have been something else.
Yeah.
What a what-if moment
Total what if.
in film history.
But they struck a deal.
He did.
And duck soup went into production.
Oh.
But it was under a cloud of personal tragedy for the Marx Brothers.
Oh, what happened?
Their father died during filming.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow, that's tough.
It's tough. You know, it just reminds you that even in the most outlandish comedy, real life intrudes.
It does, it does. And speaking of outlandish, the title of the film,
Of the title.
Duck Soup, went through quite the journey to get there.
Yeah, ooh la la at first.
La la, okay.
Then firecrackers, cracked ice,
Wow,
and even grasshoppers.
really?
Yeah,
That's quite a range.
it's all over the place.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like they're just,
Pulling them out of a hat.
yeah. But it was the director, Leo McCaffrey, who suggested duck soup. Which, you know, back then it was slang for something easy to do.
Oh, so there's like a layer of irony right there.
Yeah.
In the title itself.
Exactly.
And of course, Groucho.
Oh, Groucho.
Always had a quip
Always.
ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
So when asked about the title, he said, and I quote,
Let's hear it.
"Take 2 turkeys, 1 goose, 4 cabbages, but no duck, and mix them together. After 1 taste, you'll duck soup for the rest of your life."
Classic Groucho.
Oh, I love it.
Always ready with that witty deflection.
So we've got the title, the studio drama.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the heart of Duck Soup.
Right.
The characters and the cast. We got the 4 Marx Brothers.
All their glory.
Groucho as Rufus T. Firefly, leader of Fredonia.
Of course.
And then Chico and Harpo, causing chaos as Pinky and Ciccolini.
Iconic names.
Oh.
Almost as iconic as the brothers.
Yeah.
It's interesting, most of those character names changed from the initial script.
Really?
Yeah. Only Ciccolini and Mrs. Teasdale stayed the same.
Wow.
Played by the, always so patient, Margaret Dumont.
Oh, she was fantastic.
Makes you wonder what other comedic gems might be buried in those early drafts.
It does. It's like a hidden history of duck soup almost.
It is.
And then there's Zeppo,
Ah, Zeppo.
the so-called straight man of the group.
The straight man.
And Duck Soup, it was his last film
It was.
with the Marx Brothers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he actually went on to have a very successful career as a talent agent.
Really? From comedic foil to, like, talent mastermind.
I know, right? Fascinating. Maybe he just had his fill of ducking soup,
Maybe so.
so to speak.
So to speak.
Now, a movie like Duck Soup
Yeah.
lives and breathes on its iconic scenes.
Yeah,
We can spend hours unpacking them all.
We could.
But let's focus on one that really captures the genius of the film.
Which one?
The mirror scene.
The mirror scene.
I mean,
It's brilliant.
it is
Comedic timing, physicality,
Harpo, disguised as Groucho's reflection.
every move, every twitch.
It's uncanny.
It's uncanny how perfect it is.
And what's so fascinating is that the idea, it wasn't totally original.
It wasn't.
No, they had actually done that in silent films
Oh, yeah.
before. But the Marx Brothers, they just took it
They took it to another level.
to a whole other level. Their chaotic energy, absurd humor.
It's their signature.
It is. It is.
To take something so familiar
Yeah.
and just transform it into something so iconic.
It's a testament to their comedic brilliance, for sure.
It is.
And that gag, I mean, it's been imitated so many times
Oh, yeah.
since then.
Bugs Bunny, Lucille Ball.
I mean, everybody, it's like the mirror scene itself.
became a reflection.
Yes. Endlessly replicated and reinterpreted.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that speaks to the impact of Duck Soup.
It does.
It continues to inspire and influence, even in just
The little
all
details.
the small details. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You know what you think about the Marx Brothers
Yeah.
slapstick?
The banter.
Witty banter. But music,
Oh, the music.
another key element of Duck Soup.
Yeah, adds a whole other layer
Of absurdity.
of absurdity. Yeah, and it's used so cleverly.
So cleverly.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes to just heighten the chaos.
Right, right.
Other times to create this, like, mock grandeur.
Which just makes it even funnier.
Yeah. And Duck Soup.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting. It's a little different
How so?
from their other films. It's the only one where we don't see Harpo on the harp
That's right.
or Chico on the piano.
No harp, no piano.
No.
Yeah.
But it's almost made up for with how they use other musical elements.
Yeah, like what?
The Fredonia National Anthem, how often do we hear that?
Oh, constantly.
And the Sylvania theme.
It's like their musical punchlines.
They are.
They really are.
They are. They pop up at these unexpected moments just to underscore the absurdity of the situation.
Mhm.
And then you've got these scenes where the music itself
Yeah.
is the source of the chaos.
Yeah.
That scene where Harpo's trying to crack the safe
Oh, yeah.
and accidentally blasts Stars and Stripes Forever on the radio.
Oh, that scene.
Pure comedic gold.
That can't get the music to stop.
No.
The more they try to silence it,
It gets louder.
it gets louder, and then they just chuck it
Out the window.
out the window.
Shattering the glass.
Slapstick.
Brilliant.
Genius. And then you've got those original songs.
Oh, yeah. The original songs.
Groucho really shines in those.
When the clock on the wall strikes 10.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait till I get through with it.
His wordplay.
Phenomenal.
That's so good.
And then this country's going to war.
Oh, yeah. The only one with all four brothers.
All four brothers singing and dancing together.
It's a treat to see.
Comedic timing, impeccable.
It really is. But what's so interesting about Duck Soup,
What is it?
it's how they mix those original songs with
popular tunes.
popular tunes, classical pieces.
They create this chaotic soundscape.
We do.
Like using Chopin's military polonaise
Oh,
for the newspaper montage when they're announcing Groucho's appointment.
like, look how important this ridiculous situation is.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that scene.
Juxtaposition of the music and the visuals
Perfect.
makes it so funny.
It does. It does. And let's not forget, who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Oh, yeah.
Which,
Got them sued by Disney.
I know, right? Even the Marx Brothers.
Weren't immune to copyright law.
But what's interesting
Yeah.
is what this little legal battle tells us about comedy at the time.
Yeah.
Like sampling.
Referencing pop culture.
It was becoming a tool.
It was, but the legal framework was still being figured out.
Right, right.
It makes you think,
yeah.
how do they navigate that
That line.
between
Each.
homage?
An infringement.
Exactly. And for the Marx Brothers who,
Who pushed every bound.
are pushing boundaries,
Yeah.
just shows you how ahead of their time they were.
They were. I mean, whether they were making fun of dictates,
Terrorizing war.
sneaking in jokes,
Under the Hays Code.
always walking that
It
line.
really makes you think, did those constraints
Yeah.
fuel their creativity?
I think so. But it also makes you think about why Duck Soup wasn't...
A hit at first.
Yeah, it wasn't a hit right away.
It wasn't
I mean, this is a film that's now considered a masterpiece.
a masterpiece, yeah.
But it was met with mixed reviews when it came out.
Hard to believe now, isn't it?
It is.
But 1933, a different time.
It was.
The Depression was on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Maybe audiences just weren't ready for that.
For that cynical satire.
That sharp satire.
Yeah, some critics even called it
Dated.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
It makes you think about how humor changes over time.
It does.
What was shocking.
It seemed tame now.
Yeah, totally. But what's remarkable is how Duck Soup has...
Transcended.
Yes, it's transcended those limitations.
Of time and context.
It's a testament to the power of good comedy.
It is. It's a case study in how the perception of art can change.
It really is. Duck Soup went from...
Misunderstood.
to a masterpiece.
Classic of political satire.
It's a reminder that sometimes the work that
Challenges us.
offends us even.
Can become the most cherished.
Yeah.
It speaks to the power of rediscovering art through a new lens.
A new lens, yeah. It's like our understanding of comedy changes.
Social and political landscape.
Our own experiences, it all affects
How we see things.
how we appreciate art.
And with Duck Soup, all these changing perspectives,
Yeah.
it's helped it find new audiences.
New audiences, yeah.
And resonate in ways maybe they
I
created.
couldn't imagine.
Never imagined, right?
And that's fascinating to me.
It is.
What about you? Do you think Duck Soup could be made today and achieve that same success?
Good question.
Has its satire lost its bite?
Hmm.
Or is it even more relevant now?
Now, yeah.
You know, it's amazing to think how a film that kind of struggled at first
Yeah.
has become so influential
Oh,
for
absolutely.
so many artists,
So many.
and not just comedians either.
No, not just comedians.
Duck Soup, it's left its mark on filmmakers, even musicians.
It's like its comedic DNA is just woven into pop culture.
Totally.
Like the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Huge fans of the Marx Brothers.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. And they often said Duck Soup was like
Really?
a major influence on their style.
You know, it makes sense when you think about it.
It does.
That absurdist humor,
The wordplay.
the breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, yeah.
It's all there.
In their films, music videos.
Totally.
And they weren't shy about it either.
Oh, yeah.
They said Duck Soup directly inspired their movie Help.
Wow. Talk about
A ringing endorsement.
a ringing endorsement. Yeah. From legends to legends,
It really is.
it really shows you how the impact of Duck Soup, it goes beyond just the laughs.
Beyond the laughs.
It's inspired a whole generation of artists to
It's like
embrace the absurd.
to challenge those conventions of storytelling.
Yeah, totally.
And that influence just keeps going.
Yeah, like who else?
Woody Allen, for example.
Oh, Woody.
Big Marx Brothers fan.
He is.
Oh, yeah, huge fan. He even put Duck Soup in Hannah and Her Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that scene?
Yeah.
He's thinking about suicide.
Yeah. He's...
Stumbles into a screening of Duck Soup.
Yeah.
Changes his mind.
Wow.
Powerful scene.
It is. It really is.
Speaks to that power it has to lift you out of despair.
Yeah.
To remind you that even in dark times,
Yeah.
there's room for laughter, for absurdity.
And I think that's a big part of its appeal.
I do too.
It acknowledges the chaos, the absurdity of the world,
It does.
but also reminds us that we don't have to take it all so seriously.
Not so serious.
A message that feels
So relevant today.
so relevant today.
Maybe even more so.
Yeah, we're bombarded with so much negativity, seriousness.
It's easy to forget the importance of laughter.
Totally. And Duck Soup.
Gives us permission
It does.
to embrace the silly.
Yeah.
Find joy in the unexpected.
To laugh.
Sometimes the best way to deal with a crazy world.
Is to laugh at it. But it's not just escapism either.
No.
Duck Soup also encourages us
To think
to
critically.
think about the world,
To question authority.
to challenge the status quo.
Yeah, even in its silliest moments.
Yeah,
There's that sharp, satirical edge.
it's always there.
Poking fun at corruption. Warmongering power itself.
And it does it all with a wink and a smile.
It does.
Duck Soup, it shows you that humor,
It could be a powerful tool.
that social commentary,
Yeah, addressing serious issues.
without losing sight of the absurd.
It's a delicate balance.
It is.
But the Marx Brothers, they just nail it.
They do. They do.
And you see that success reflected in all the praise Duck Soup has gotten.
Oh, yeah.
It's ranked among the greatest comedies.
Of all time.
Yeah, and in 1990,
Yeah.
it was picked for preservation
Really?
in the U.S. National Film Registry.
Wow. Talk about a glow up
I know, right?
from a misunderstood film.
Through a national treasure.
It's a testament to laughter, to the Marx Brothers' brilliance, and the film's power to just connect with people.
Across generations.
Across generations. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a legacy worth celebrating.
It really is.
And it leaves us with a question.
Okay, what's that?
What do you think is the most important part of Duck Soup's lasting impact?
Ooh.
Is it the humor, the satire,
The inspiration.
the inspiration, or something else entirely?
That's a great question.
Yeah, something for you all to think about.
Because the beauty of Duck Soup
Yeah.
is that it offers something different.
To everyone.
To everyone, yeah.
You can watch it for the laughs, for the social commentary.
Or just a reminder that it's okay to embrace the absurd.
To embrace the absurd, yeah.
So next time you're feeling overwhelmed,
Yeah.
remember the Marx Brothers.
Remember Duck Soup.
And remember,
A little silliness.
a little silliness goes a long way.
Best medicine sometimes.
And who knows, after this deep dive,
Yeah.
you might just find yourselves ducking soup for the rest of your lives.
You never know.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for joining us this sport.